Hello, and it's a pleasant afternoon. But here in Harare, it's very cold. I mean, it can't be pleasant when it's this cold. It can just
Very
cannot be
cold.
pleasant when it's this cold. Hey guys. My name is Barbara Matarise, aka Sis B, and you're welcome to the show that brings all the fun, that talks everything social, nothing more but social. Or play no game. Let's see. Oh, wait, no play makes John the dull boy. Yes, oh, wait, no play makes John the dull boy. And this is the impromptu show. It happens live here on Zimbabwe Daily. And with me here, as always, I have.
Umalume Brian is here. It's kind of cold in Harare. But anyway, welcome
not
to the show,
kinda.
the impromptu
It's cold,
show.
Malume. It's not kinda.
Very
It's
cold.
freezing.
It's freezing, isn't it?
And the June should decide whether it's a cold room or a month.
It's both.
Yes,
both.
Tendai, please introduce yourself.
How are you? Hey, today it's a chill Wednesday, right?
I don't think this is chilly.
It's what?
We are in the freezer.
Yeah,
Yes, we are in the freezer
I
at the
heard in
moment.
Eastern Islands, there is raining like for the past 3 days, and all over in Nyamapanda, Zimbabwe, they're receiving like smaller rainfall. Kudona kuchandizeni.
Chando chiri kudona.
Ichi chinenge chatotanga ichi.
Saka hanziwa kasandipa nemurume yato abusive guy.
Andiziye pane chimwe chandaona chiri kusekilata pa social media munondiziya ndibude mastreets unogona kufunga kuti uri private ndiri mako chevhesi inoti hanzi when you're together ecclesiastic something when you're together you provide hit manje kukana uri one unoita hit ndaona unge panga pachiita
So tell us, CCB, I
violence.
think what people watching, what is our topic today? Chiri kupisa chanasi in the streets.
Like as usual guys, I'm always in the streets, and the recent topic, the recent that's been going on, it's about the Lewis marriage, but I don't really want to focus on a marriage, but I just felt like it triggered something in me for a topic.
Okay.
So apparently when the husband died, he committed suicide, auntie. I don't really know the facts of the story, but I'm just using it as a framework. Saka hatikwanisi kuita argue or not argue over his marriage. You get what I'm saying?
Alright.
We are not
It's
going there.
just a framework. Apparently, when he died, people started coming in, machiti, hey, he was in an abusive relationship. Hey, aizorowa. Hey, mai vake vaizorowa. Hey, vakamborowa na sisi. Hey, deliwa izomudai. And I started thinking, and I remember when we discussed way back about the Natalie issue as well. Natalie is the lady akasiya mwana achibata nengwe murume, and she did nothing about it. She came out and said, I was in an abusive relationship as well. Saka she only chose to say it later on. And apandrukonoti, the society is now bringing back, like in this one, they chose to say things when the tragic has happened. We choose to speak about this abusive relationship when the tragedy happened. It's as if the community or the society feels like being in an abusive relationship is a right. Like it's okay.
No, but
You have to be there.
No.
Ukabuda imomo unoenda kunani ari nani,
I think that's the fear with most people who are living in these abusive relationships. They've got that fear, which if I leave, what will happen to me? Pane culture idiyo on Temeldan Mukazara Sia Morumi tin soldier. So some have got a fear of return soldier, and then they give away their inner peace for someone. I think that's the most thing to remember.
Yes, because the community will always label you. But at this moment, and because either we're in a peaceful marriage, the community always label you. Either with more abusive macho or with whatever you do. And they're not totaura, but why
like thank you Tendai. That's the question that I had. Kuti zveni inzwaka wangu whether wadya sadza nemaputi vanhu vanoti rinoshaya. Ukatenga benzi zvinonzi akuvhaira, ukasekerera zvinonzi ane zvinyu but mazina ake ndeyellow. Like people are never going to stop talking.
Yes.
People are always going to stop.
Yeah.
People are always going to talk, whether it's positive or negative. People always
But
talk.
one thing I found out, CCB, the community knows about this gender-based violence, and they know that mkazi panext
Arikurowa.
and the way to approach it, please, organizations are
anokubatsira mapurisa, you know,
hama dzako but vanhu wakaenda kune munhu uchimudza kuti ashandi patete ndiri kurova nemukadzi kudhena kuti iwe
ungarohwe nemukadzi rakapusa musarione kusvikira kudai rakapusa rorwa nemukadzi.
We actually have to talk about kurohwa kwevarume.
Varume vari kurohwa
varume ndo vanhu vari kurohwa chaiko ka, and they just don't say anything.
Yes.
They don't say anything, and I don't get it.
Let me answer on that. Varume is not kurohwa chete. Psychological abuse from the
kumuudza kuti you are useless, hauzvare.
Most men are facing
you know,
psychological abuse, and it's very high in men. Emotional abuse is very, very high in men.
But why musingatauri kana muchiabuswa?
The thing is, inini ndakakunza pamba ende kunoudza abereki vangu.
No, Brian, be honest.
I think varume they've got that thing yekuti if you say it out unongoshinyadzisa chero ukada kuenda kupolisa.
Be honest, Brian, you don't speak because of your pride. You don't speak because in your mindset you're thinking, I'm a man, I'm not supposed to be abused, I'm the abuser, I'm never supposed to be the victim.
Even kutenda mapurisa cheko chosvika taurwa nemukadzi unotombotangwa sekonzi baba makakwana muri kuti manasorohwa nemukadzi
iko kapfupi kakakanga kurova imimi.
So that humiliation yaunoitwa nemapurisa, you just think of it and then say, I know why should I go.
But so munotoona kuzozviuraya or kuzvikuvadza ndo of dealing with your abuse.
And then at some point right now, I feel like, you know what, the society is giving us so much pressure to marry and stay in relationships. Like it gives you pressure kuti kana warorwa unofanira kugara. Why? Because it's been happening kubva kumashure. Vabereki vedu vakarorwa vakagara 30-40 years. But like I feel like kumashure ikoko kwanga kune mechanism when we fought or whatever would go kunana tete vana tete vaimboti takumbomutora tinoraira takumbomutora, you know, they had ways of curbing the situation, keeping peace in the home. But now tine munhu anokudza kuti ini kwangu hakudanzwa, but like fake life.
The other thing I was saying, these marriages are rich Amazon and their material things.
Yes.
Kuti mukadzi, maybe I don't need that Brian because I've got my memory pants and everything, but I'm very abusive. Asi ndakamutengera mota anokuendesera vana kuchikoro kunana folution. Saka mukadzi akaabviswa nemunhu akadaro akambobva kana lese kugeto anenge achiti eish ndosiya mota iyi ndinotanga kunogara kuhighfields kwandaimbogara vana vangu vachienda kuprivate school dzoka kugara kugeto, so zviri nani ndigare ndiri mumarriage ndichirohwa hangu but ndisi ndichirarama life yakanaka. But kwazvinozopedzisira manjeka kwazvinopedzisira you end up losing your life.
Mari
psychologically chaiyo unopedzisira uri munhu asisiripo. So people they've got fear.
Ndinofarira like when you go to church and people are saying, yeah, tsvaga Mwari, and people be like, Mwari vega havapedze. But to me at some point I got to a point of feeling, you know what, Mari unewana igopera. Murume unomuwana agoenda. Like everything else has a due date and an expiring date in life except God. Saka isusu we are failing to understand kuti Mari is not God. We take money as God.
Yes.
Kunamata Mari. And pauri kunamata Mari, you don't get the damage yauri kuitwa nemari. Because if you're in that abusive relationship, urukukwapaizwa, urukurowa, vamwana varowe, they are being emotional abused. Yes. Do you know there are women and men with very low self-esteem? Wekuti munhu mukuru, but you cannot place it. Kana mapfekera ake so. Munhu wekuti pamwe makatokura mese, you know you're going to school together. Munhu ye aichena. And all of a sudden they got married. Kuchechi chekwa hachatopindi kana praise and worship. Kana kupfeka kwake so kwakungo. Like you can't place it. Of which that person is being abused. And arikufira chekuti garamo
izvozvo ndiyakambotaura yekuti kana ukashungurudzwa you have to stay in that relationship because vanhu vari kuzviuraya, vamwe vane depression izvezvo. Munhu akarorwa nematama ake akanyatsosimba simba, but now ukamona you wonder kuti
vana vachaondere tendai, vana
vachaapere kudai. So isusu tinozodawo
kune vanosimba nekutambura.
Yes.
even kuvarume chako, even in men, unozoona munhu kuti there's something going in his mind, but he can't say it out.
Yes.
You can try to reach out, but anenge achikudza kuti I'm okay. But definitely you see that I know
there's a problem.
and there are a lot of guys who are doing that.
Yes.
And some that are going to extend the alcohol abuse. Both are to kumba na mai vai. They change. Munanopeza atochinja kuita something else just because ari emotional abuse and mwarutorowa.
Personally, at some point, pandakanzwa the death of this guy and the all new, I don't want to be judgmental or to pick a side or to say was right or was wrong, but when I was hearing the whole story from per social media, and you know how we tend to exaggerate per social media, the streets are not nice. Hi, bo.
The
streets are wicked. The streets are wicked. They are vouchers. My way. And when I was ndichinzwa ma streets achitaura like it got to me that sometimes you with someone that is not okay. Tinemi Malume Brian, we're doing the show, but you're not okay. Or sometimes we know that you're not okay. We know what's going on in your life, but we choose not to. And I also realized the greatest abuse that is going on nowadays is emotional abuse. We don't. I feel like this generation has to understand that cyberbullying can have fatal results. Cyber chayo abuse can have fatal results. Emotional abuse and you are useless. Probably you're telling that person at a time when they're feeling like they're useless. You're affirming their feelings, and by affirming their feelings, you're pushing them nearer to their death.
Yeah, you're very right about that, CCB. And I don't know how best can you try
can
to
we?
I don't know how best can we try to do this. I think if we've got an organization watching us live here in Zimbabwe, please come through and then help us to I don't know, to deliberate or to talk more about this.
Yes, most definitely.
Because we need help on this as Zimbabwe as a nation. And it's on the peak, especially GBV.
I feel like
it's on the peak.
Takfana kuita conversation ka yakoti kana chiti gender-based violence. We properly retaliate. What exactly are we talking about? When we're talking about abuse and violence in homes, where exactly are we referring to? Because when we are very familiarized with sexual abuse, we are very familiarized with physical abuse, but there is this one killer gem that is coming up, a time of abuse that is emotional and mental, and it's killing people. Like, you don't think you're a murderer, but you are, because in the Wamchuma Utano Jurai.
Well, I'm not in this big, it's like a watuma movie. But zvakangoma zvinonetsa pamwe pacho it's not like abuse yawaita iwewe yazoita kuti munhu azozvisungira, but some people vanenge vatori nezviri kutovanesa already zvekuti iwewe pakuzotaura naye ka zvinozotriga kuti angoti okay, why am I living? Like, why am I alive?
The question is, Tendai, the question is, urku garirei, urku chirei, tea kana isina sugar, chita blowega, aina sugar, jamwar. Tea kana isina sugar, murku chirei.
I think that people
watching the society will label me.
Society will even label you chero uri momba macho.
And people doesn't know that.
Vakarora benzi, kunza agone kuchengeta murume, akarorwa agone kutseka. Zviri nani kunzi return soldier, uri in peace. Return ako.
I think I have found out something in a state of kurarama kwatrukuita muno muZimbabwe. Zvakaoma forever, atinozwa zvakaoma. Someone anotanga kufunga kuti amanaka takazodzokera kumba kwega kumana ndosvika chinowedzera pafamily iri kumba. I think vanhu vari kuita fear kushaya pekutangira kana abuda marriage kuti where do I start from if I live
I was inine ma street so ndobva ndanzwa kunyara because the level reguwa rangu rova ranyatsobuda. But anyways, I was in the streets as usual, and there was this Ghanaian model that I was watching online. So this lady akamboita mari, akambopisa zvekupisa, and so paipisa zvekupisa mari yake yakapera, aka overspend and whatever, and she got to a point where at that time she had no friends, she had no one. She returned back home. haana kudzokera back home kuti ndiri kubva kuborodho ndoenda kukwadzana. Akabva kuborodho ndokuenda kubhinga kunodzokera kupfeka nimbe. I'm being for real. Okay. She went back home and akanota reignite. Angatosiya futi murume. Akatonodzokera nemurume wake kumusha ikoko. Achitopfekawo tumanimbe twake tweku like proper village setup. Achidi, and she started doing great things from that place. Saka, it's not where you are that defines who you are.
Yes.
It's what you have. And what you have includes peace of mind.
Because you can't do anything. Kana iwo usina peace. Apana chaunoita. Even ukaenda kubasa akushandiki unochoti but life yangu so.
Kuna mwana wekuti kana waya kubasa kudzokera kumba havadi. Masaini iwawawo. Sure, kuti kana uya kubasa kumba hadi kudzokera. Atichaziye. Hanzi na Yvonne Mashi, they say the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. I feel like it's true. It's partly true. Let's be honest. It's partly true. The devil you know, yes, is better than the angel you don't know. But when that angel is not an angel, it's a devil, then it's like the devil you don't know is not better than the devil you know. Because they're both devils. Yes. You're living with both devils. It's like, I don't think, wow.
The one you know, at some point, I know
kutakandirova anondivigira makeki akambondituka anoyo nemaflowers and pasocial media obva posta maflowers so but ati my way kunopiswa rudo pressure wangu pressure we start feeling the hits. Anzi na Yvonne Mashi again, thank you so much Yvonne for tuning in. I hope all the other guys that are tuning in, please like, comment and share this video. Hanzi na Yvonne, it's keeping the cycle of abuse going because of fear in general. You know how far they can go, and if you don't get support, so you feel alone, it takes a strong mental state for one to decide to leave. This is very deep. This is deep because like with all those reasons that you're giving, we're basically saying leaving is hard, but you do need to leave at the end of the day. If it means you need to get your house in order, if it means you need to get yourself in order, if you need to get that order, wabuda buda. Chero wandisiya ndiri mupenyu. Chero wandisiya ndiri mupenyu.
The strength on the people are losing the strength to move on. And that strength where and fear. Vanhu vari kutya
kudii ansonzwisisa malume uri kutya kumove on to, because I mean, okay, before you get married you are in the dating life, auntie, dating circle uri Tendai. Hello Makoti. Yes, you are a Tendai, and Tendai, you get into relationships, you break up, you get into relationships, you break up, like you move on, you have an ex. Why can't you do that when it comes to marriage? Especially when it's a toxic marriage. I'm not saying don't quote me wrong. I am saying if it's a toxic marriage, because when it's a toxic marriage, it's toxic for both you and the other person. Yes. Why are you not living it?
I think kana munhu ambororwa anenge akufila kuti andichadiwe again nevamwe kunzo akutoona malume ari the all, so kuti aite move on honestly ka zvinenge zvichitomuremera akutoti saka
you look at your spouse as a god.
Yes, and he's my center. Dear kundichengeta,
my life evolves in that person. Yes,
saka akarohwa nhasi anoti maybe mangwana achachinja.
Zvine chekuita here. Are you saying like financial independence contributes to why people are staying in this relationship?
Yes, it does.
But it does.
It's playing a role, especially in this typical Zimbabwe. It's making a but it
doesn't explain why men are staying, because usually the man is the provider.
It's very difficult. It's maybe 1 out of 100
when it comes to men,
but they are being abused. But they are being abused. Why are you not leaving?
Their thinking capacity is just low.
Be nice.
Just low,
be nice. Even your sister, even your brother, it might be in a abusive relationship but haakwanisi kukudze because pamwe anenge achitonyara kuti ndakaudza mwana wangu
Because
anonditi handisi murume, you know. That's the truth.
I know kuti that's the mindset, but
that's
in
the
it
mindset. Is not being a man.
Ini ndo zvandiri kutorambo kuti you are man enough for speaking.
Yes.
What makes you mania is the fact that you've said it, you've come in the open and you've opened up to us. Because the moment you keep quiet and you keep dying inside,
Then you are not
I would
man.
rather have you not be a man than have you dead.
Exactly.
As your sister, I would rather have you not being a man than being dead.
I understand.
Because when you're dead, you're dead,
and
and kwanisa kukutora back. But better ningoti asi murume aripo pamba. Ari mupenyu tichinetsana tichidanana tichitukana together.
yeah, but rumoitika kwarume mazanduze they're keeping quiet. So I think that's why we need organizations that achataura nezvawaya amboya natsotitsanangura why ndakwanisa kubatsirawo mazimbabwe this platform because varume vakawanda zveshiwa sizipi havataure ende unotomona vatori kana CEO wekubasa chacho but kana vachitoenda kudheni kana vatori kudhensudha vanenge vatori
anzoita jewel
but vachitotomutswa padheni but kugrafta kutomutswayo futi but vasvika kudheni is like another person.
Ini ndoona kunge isusu vacho hatinzwisisi kuti emotional mental abuse hainyatsonzwisisiki unoziva kuti ndeipi. Kana ini zvezvi ndatodai ndikambonyatsodzika kufunga ndinogona kutadza kunzwisa kuti ndeipi chaiyo inenge ichiita nezvei hanti because some of us think kuti kungo ndikatukwa nhasi handingati emotional abuse hanti tambotukiwawo but if it's a daily thing if it becomes constant if it becomes your daily bread people fight and die people do fight
we do fight but atingangoti handangotukwa
nozvapanengofesi yona imbotaura neso akangoyazogara panesini inowati blas nichitrai kungwafa but ndikadiki ndirowaneka ndakasvika kudheni mukadzi wangu she doesn't appreciate anenge achitondodza kuti hausi murume hausi kuya nemari inotenga pamba panapo what are you bringing but you spend the whole day achidzikisa roreracement pamwe as expecting kuwana kana $10 kuwa $4 uya nayo kudheni but mukadzi haappreciate so that person is
they're emotionally abused because they're being belittled of the hard work that they're trying to give
so it's happening every day you know mukadzi anenge achitokudza kuti asha dawakatosiya chibasa chako because nini zvitori nani kwandikuita se mari yandotowana
then kama iwewe uchiwana something provide for the family
muri kumbotanireiko dzamusingasvikire muri kudzitanirei
but ndo zviri kuitika mamarriages
uri kutemerei mango yaisina kuibva tsvaga kayakaibva kana uchida mango yakaibva why trouble mwana wemunhu
vanhu vanenge vawanana vari at the same level
eheka ndiyoyo level yesiment
wawanirwa nyasha wakuda kuchiona unge iwewe
budazve kana mango isina kukuibvira buda unotsvaga dzakaibva usiye iri mumuti ibve ndozvandiri kuti kana watoona kuti mango is not kuibva leave it siya dzino vanoda dzakadaro vadyi
vanhu havasi kukwanisa kudzisiya ndo zviri kunetsa hatisi kusika vanhu vakawanda rudzaa kusiya
because pakusasiye papapa ndo panoyakona kuzonzi afa azorohwa haachagone kufamba like zvimwe zvimastori zvatakungonzwa zviri very disheartening and you know emotionally draining like when you see the stories you'll be like oh my god you know but wozoti kana wagara soti chingosiyai kana uri kutsva tisina shuga cheta stigmatization as well stigmatization and stereotyping yekuti murume harohwe murume like we need to break boundaries of stigmatization we need to break boundaries of stereotyping yekuti a man is supposed to be like this a woman is defined by this so it means when you marry a woman that does not do exactly what you've been told by the society a woman should do she becomes such she then becomes subject of your ridicule. And when you marry a man that does not fit the description of the man that the society has labeled as a man, he becomes also receptive to ridicule as well. Hey, chirungu wangu, mukundinzwa here.
Madzikana chose
Rindikuwa
So I think that's the issue necessary. We need help. I think Zimbabwe is fun on this issue. So I'm crying out loud. You know, turn out. Can I'm sure no organizations are no gender-based violence. Show you can even email us and then you can bring it to the show so that
we can actually have a sit down with you because so we want to have the conversation.
Yeah.
We want to keep the conversation going. Yes. We want to keep the conversations going. And if you're on the comment section, if you're watching us live from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, please bring up comments. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us what's going on in your area. Let us have this conversation. Let's have the talk because it's a talk that is necessary and a talk that will actually help someone somewhere out there.
But kana munhu uchiabuswa auone here kuti apapa izvi zvinhu ndikutoshungurudzwa izvi
manje munhu
apparently
anokubhabhadzira so
you don't see it.
You don't see akakuabuse tendai today nobva natsoya mangwana
nemaflowers
sorry baby pepe ndine hasha I didn't want to do it but ndakangotsamwa I'm very sorry yova noti no pamwe murume wangu
ari very sorry
zvapera was very sorry after 3 days
but
what I've realized actually today, what I've realized is this the inonzi mapindiro anoita maabusers ndeyekutanga akufilisa kuti aubatsiri kuti auzi chinhu. So no matter how much they abuse you, at the end of the day you be like anondirova hake hazvina kunaka asi ndinenge ndatadza kubika. You know, anditi hake handibatsiri ndiri useless chichi asi ndinhangu ndandiri wrong nekuti handina kuzogeza kechitu sezvaanoda. You know, mukadzi wangu ari kupopota zvake anonditi handibatsiri zvimwe chokwadi nekuti $10 mazuva ano inotenga here. You know, saka they make you feel like you are useless before they start abusing you. Iwo zvatoambrand kuti handibatsiri. Meaning so to say, even when you want to report it, vegonotanga kunyara kudai kuti manje chiro ndikavaudza kuti andirova ndikanzi wangu aite ndoti ndandabika sadza rakatsva, they are going to blame me. No, kubika sadza rakatsva is normal. Kubika mbodza is normal. Kushandira $5 per day, it's normal. That's what you can afford. You're doing the best that you can. And they have no right to make you feel lesser than you are. When you marry someone, and he that finds a wife finds a good thing. Saka, if you're a good thing, you're supposed to say, maita basa shumba mbizi mofu dola iri ramauya naro nasto zvikuvadza nemachangs. Like that's how you're supposed to motivate him. Tomorrow anoboda unozivaka unotsvaga $2 kuti matendero andakaitirwa $1 ka ndikauya nepondo ka it's going to be better. But when you then say I come with that $1 and you say inoshandei ari batsira kana kushanda kwacho hana concentration so he can't bring another $1, you actually come back ne 200 bond. Why? Because you have not pushed him. You are not the good thing that is supposed to be. Some applies to women. Ukatadza kubika kungoti nhasi chiera dzanga zvakakwidzaka aiwa munomirira rimboti kwatei mumone anti that's like that's how you're supposed to say
but I think that's what we are lacking in marriages, in our relationships.
Yes, muma marriages edu nema relationships medu mune so much we fail to appreciate each other. You don't know the level of how appreciating each other goes to. I remember some story and I went on my streets. Wangu datanga. But like this lady was saying kuti some time back hanzi mai vake vakabika panhamo hanzi panga mamsina sotere chichi hanzi saka mai vabikira munhu wese anti so the husband knew, the dad knew kuti mai we mukati wangu pakupakurwa paya pakudya vanhu vese vachiwedzera soti achadya pachiri kushata ichi hachina soti hanzi akati isu ndo chatinodya kuitira kusakwira bp neshuga
zvakatofaya
but deep down he knew kuti my wife akanganisa, you know. That's what we're lacking and that's what we're failing to understand kuti ndo zvakakudza marelationships akudhara kuti vaikavhirana pamberi even vari vaviri kungoziva kuti shasha iya yatanga kupopota vakutoziva kuti gainoti nyarari dzamhofu kana tichadaro, you know. But nowadays in these marriages we feel entitled kuti when you're a wife I can't explain it, you're entitled to something that you shouldn't. andizive. We're lacking the love. I don't know if
Plus,
it's lacking the love or
the issue ye-50-50 yaya ndoimwe iri kukonzeresa because not uyu
unotirovesa nemafemo
no,
feminist
no,
we.
no,
During
but
tinoringwa
honestly,
kuma-impulse.
honestly, equality yatiri kuchemereke tiri kuzoishandisa nepasiripo.
Mm.
Equality yange ingore kuti mashandiro mabasa munoita inini I can also do that,
Mhm.
but kuti uzoti nini ndotokuti
mumba takufemisidzana
Hazviiti hanzi mumba mukaita majongwe maviri
kana
mabhuru maviri hazvishandi. I feel like tikada hedu kuenda kunananingirikini vanhu vari kurova. I think because now we're having intercourse before marriage, the intercourse then becomes love.
Yes.
Saka we remove the aspect of love. And we assume that intercourse
It's love.
constitutes love. And so that doesn't make sense.
Our
Yes. Saka, it means could be getting married, auntie, for the. But now that also has some expiring dates if it's not spiced up so much. Saka then paku communicate tiri tese atichakwanisi because zvatakarorerana ndo department kuti ndichaziva kuti munofarirei kana kuti ndizive kuti ndinokubata sei hapasina.
And then upopa paine yangaisa equality murume angakurova mukadzi kuti da kukuratidza kuti
ndini baba.
and then kana uyo mukadzi anenge achiti da kukuratidza kuti I can do
what you can do.
so zviri kukonzeresa stereki
kwakudhonzerana kwemabhuru mumba. Mukaona manyanya kudhonzerana semabhuru enda unotsvaga kaniyo unoita bhuru kunhiyo uyo oitawo bhuru kunhiyo yake pogara pane runyararo nerugare. Guys, don't call me wrong. Just don't call me wrong. I'm saying, Kuti, leave the relationship. Okay, let me be clear. Leave thy relationships. Don't call me wrong, guys. I'm saying leave the relationships.
Yeah.
If you guys are failing, leave them. Of course, you try as hard as you can. You get my pastors to come in, you get Vanatete to come in, you get literally everyone, because no one wants their marriage to die. That's a fact. I wouldn't want to lose my husband, but at some point when things really get extra, I need to remember kuti mwana wacho wandiri kugarira is also in distress because of the abuse. Because vana togonofunga kuti tiri kuvagonera nekuti tiri tese ka, but tichivatadzira kana tiri tese tisiri kuwirirana.
Yes,
because
vanosensa it's right.
The cases of abuse are to feed that our next generation because vana vari kuona zvakawanda in these kind of marriages.
Tiri kuexpose. Inini ndiri kuona kuti love yedu yekuvana vedu is very fake.
It is.
It's fake because we love our kids in material things. Like you think loving your child is kumutengera baskoro, is kumutengera hembe, and the core reason why there is a family, which is happiness, which is peace, which is a home, we don't fall through on that. Tinogara pamafoni, we don't come through for our kids. Kuti vagarewo pamafoni because inini handina time, and the only time they hear baba namai vachitaura is when they're fighting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And you think you are saving your marriage by fighting in it. Mwana ari kukura ari mumba anongokura still ari distracted.
Yeah, so I think we have to make a code to bring those people we have been talking about.
Yes.
But Zimbabweans need help. We really need help.
As a people, as a nation.
As a nation, we really need help. Because we can't keep on losing lives every day because of gender-based violence. But we're going to blame people, but people are going to majority.
Plus, I think it's also important that we talk kuti when you're fighting. Ngapa wananonyarara.
Yes.
Yes. When we fighting, ngapa wane anonyarara. Kudara, I would feel like walking away is insultive, but now I understand that walking away is
even
saving.
My mom used to tell me, when you see two people fighting, one is a fool. So don't be caught on the full side.
Yes.
So I always respect that with Nanasi, even when the fight was
take a break and breathe
just
out.
Being a fool. I don't want to be a fool at the end of the day. So I think Mazimbabweans are one ask good like fighting
and let's be selective of the things that we say, because this is not, the abuse is not only going on in my relationships, Emma spouses and all, even mama day-to-day relationships. Let's be selective kumabasa kuchi, let's be selective of what we're saying to the next person. Kuti chero ukati someone akaita say, don't call people stupid, don't call them useless, don't call them idiotic. Wherever you are, could change copy. Let's be selective of the words that you're suing, because the words that are being used nowadays are the same that are destroying people, are the same that are driving people to suicide. Saka iwo unongononga usina banga, but wampa rope. Yes, unogononga usina upfura, but wampa rope. Yes,
it's not only our relationships, even to people who are around us.
Yes.
Let's try to be selective.
Kana watsamwisisa chema.
Maybe it's a way yekutochema iyoyo.
Because mataura atinoita there, they're very diminishing, and when you diminish someone, because I think zvana mental health wati zvinobva pakuti self esteem yako yadzika, ausisina confidence, ndosaka zvichizonzi munhu anotanga kuita mood swings, munhu anotanga even kuzvibata scruffy, kuzvibata rafu, you know, those define a person that is troubled. And we see them and we feel like akane utsvina wangu. It's very hard. Malume, what would be your parting words?
I'm parting words to Zimbabweans and men out there, all people out there. Akumana, let's stay away from this gender-based violence. Let's find a common ground. Let's have a level playing field when it comes to relationships with people, whether at work, whether at home, with everyone. Let's find a level playing field.
Yes, it's okay kuti mukadzi wako ambokuti baba munenge maresva. It's okay. You can be wrong because you are human.
Yeah, we all human, we make mistakes. So that, I think that will be my parting words. And always remember to register to vote. As usual, we are heading 2023. So as youth, we've got the right to vote.
Yes, most definitely. Tendai.
Well, I can't really say people vanofana kusiya ma marriages or my relationships out, but at some point they are not worth it. Kuti urambe urimo kana tichizokucollecta one in
a body bag.
It's not good.
Usisina ziso.
Imagine
kana uchitya kuti anondida ndinawo maziso ndiani paunenge wadai
kumba kwenyu ndokuneta sei kunoshota
baba wako ndio vanoluza
saka let's remember that
vana vako ndio vanoshaya mai kana baba
so plus this saying yekuti tikugarira vana, I don't see it working.
Because mukudestroya vana vamuri kugarira.
Vana vari kugarira zvitori nani kuenda navo asari ari ega niye ari kuabuse because hazvishandi. Iwo unogona kuenda wosiya vana vacho vachazoabuswa again. So
it's not okay.
It's not.
So there you have it, viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being part of the conversation that we're having today. I know it was not fun as usual, but this was a necessity. This was a need. We had to talk about the situations going on. We had to talk about the rising domestic violence in our society and our communities. And I hope, as you have heard what Malume said, communication is the key in any relationship. Is it at work, be it at home, be it at church, wherever it is, communication is the key. And when you feel like you're done communicating, my friend, walk away, because it's better to walk away alive than walking away in a body bag. And for me and the crew behind the scenes is bye for now. But remember, register to vote.
And tomorrow our show will be hot. Tomorrow we are releasing another topic that will be hot. So stay tuned.
We always bring it hot.
What? Tomorrow we'll be having fun.
Yay! Munozira pano kana kuchitonora ndisuma hita. Yes. Most definitely.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. Hot. Register to vote.